Good morning, everyone. Here you see Sunny, our skittish little Sunny. Now, this right here is progress. After Sunny came to us, she showed that she was very scared. The person she had trusted was gone, and she had hopped from a couple of homes back and forth, from the care from that person's mother to the care of a friend of mine, then into our care. That's a lot of changes for a little birdie, especially for a parrot. And she's had some trust issues. So initially what I did is I left her alone. I think it's important to interact with them, basic interaction, to talk to them, but don't force them to step up and things like that. I believe in letting them come to you with time rather than forcing them, to get used to. As you can see, she is sitting on my wrist right now. This is my hand. And she's chowing down on a millet. Now, if I did not have this millet, she would not be sitting on my arm. She would immediately fly away. She would be scared right away. She would not like that. And even in the past, there's no way she would have come and sat on my arm, even for a treat, even for a millet. Now, how did I get her to do this? Well, it's basically a technique that is pretty simple to do, but requires a lot of patience and time. You start out by simply just hanging out near where the bird is. Preferably the bird is sitting on top of the cage rather than inside of the cage. But if you can't do that, if the bird is inside the cage, that's fine. And then you just talk. You just, not necessarily to them. You can use their name, you can talk to them, but you just talk. They need to know your voice. They need to know that there's no danger with you being near them. Then, after you do that for a while, you just continue talking to them. You talk to them when you feed them. You let them know you're there. You don't startle them. You don't force them into situations, right? And then, after a while, what you want to do is you want to place your hand against the outside of the cage. And just leave it there. And they will often move to the opposite side of the cage. They'll be nervous, scared, maybe even run, and maybe even squawk or scream or hiss. But just leave your hand steady. Don't move it around. Don't move your fingers. Just leave it there steady. Just touching flat hand against the outside of the cage. And leave it there for like 10 minutes. Twice a day. Do that for a while. I mean, I'm talking like a week, 2 weeks or so. Now, once the bird appears to calm down a little bit, the next thing you want to do is you want to place your hand inside of the cage and just place your hand down, for an example, on the ground, or like lean it against a perch or something. Not too close, just put your hand like maybe in the center or on one side of the cage, and just again hold still. Leave it in there 10, 15, 20 minutes, and while you do that, make sure that you're talking. Don't try to grab the bird. If the bird lands on your arm or on your hand, don't react, don't do anything. Just keep your voice nice and calm. Like in my case, I'd be like, "Hi, Sunny. That's a good girl. Yeah. Do you like your millet? Is that a good treat? Yes, it is, huh? Yeah, good girl, Sunny." And one of the things I like to do is, even though she's not done yet, I like to go ahead and offer her to step down. Pika pika. Do you want to step up? Do you want a treat? Pika pika. Do you want a treat? Are you done with the millet? Num num? What do you think? Pikachu, what do you think, Bubbas? Now, if you watch Sunny in the background, she wants the treat too. She's curious. She keeps looking over. Now she's trying to get closer. Hey, Sunny. Now this has only been a few days that she's actually stepped up. I'm guessing Pikachu is currently in cleaning mode, not in eating mode, huh? Come here. Alright, babies. You go ahead. You go in there. Nope. Or go up there. That's fine too. He's like, nope, it's not. It's not time to go inside the nest. Sunny, do you want some more treats? Come on. There you go. Good bird. Good bird, Sunny. See how she kind of stepped up again, a little bit hesitant, but not very hesitant. Now she, again, would not do this if I didn't have the millet. Now to go back to the technique. Now, once you've... Oh, my arm is starting to get weak. Once you've established your hand being inside of the cage without the bird freaking out. So the bird will still be distant, but the bird is realizing that your hand is not, you know, a danger or anything. Now, if you have more than one bird and you have a tame bird around, it's really great to show that bird your interactions with the tame bird, the cuddling, the treats, and everything, because some birds will actually tame through one of their flock mates. But if you have a bird by itself, or a bird that simply doesn't seem to really care too much about what the flock mates are doing with the humans, like this one right here, she has her own personal history and her own trust issues. Hi, pretty bird. I don't know if y'all heard Pretty Bird in the background there. That's about as loud as Pretty Bird's honk gets inside. So, very quiet, actually. Anyways, once you've gotten to a point where the birdie's not freaking out anymore, you want to start bringing treats into your hand. Now, a great way of doing this is actually using something like a millet. You can create a nice large distance between your hand and the bird. And that way your fingers won't be close, right? And the bird, you know, will want the treat. Like, make sure it's a really yummy treat, like the millet. As you can see, they tend to love millets. See, and if my fingers move, she gets nervous. She backs away. She doesn't like that because she doesn't want me to grab her. Even though I've not grabbed her in the past, at some point, her experience tells her that hands moving, coming towards her is a bad thing. Or maybe it's just an irrational fear, but I doubt it. Anyways, so Sunny actually would not eat any treats out of my hand a long time ago. Like several months ago, this was not possible. So one of the things that I would do is I would use the length of the millet and then have the very tip of the millet, see how long it is, the very tip of the millet, I would lean it against like a branch or a perch that she was sitting on. And then she would sneak close, and from as far away as she could, she would nibble on the very tip of it, get a little bit treats, and run away. Now that's a breakthrough. That's a big deal if they're taking treats from you. Even from far away, it's a good first step. Like, that's going to be your first big step. Now this can be outside of the cage or inside of the cage, just as long as they're interacting with you. They're realizing that the treat is coming from you, right? And you can let the other birdies come and get treats from you in front of the bird while you're trying to treat them, because in her case, she saw that I wasn't grabbing the other birds. The other birds were jumping all over me, and there was nothing to be scared of. So you are just munching down, and I promise they're not starving. I mean, like, they've got, I don't know if y'all can see, like, there's a nice big bowl. And the reason why they're acting like this, why they're so crazy about the millet right now, is because I'm actually switching them from seeds to pellets, which are way healthier for them. An all-seed diet is actually really bad for parrots. So they are on fresh diet, and they were on seed and fresh, and then some pellets, but I'm trying to switch them over all the way to pellets. So they only have a few little seeds in their mixture, and have pellets is their main food right now. So anyways, and just as you feed them the treat, you do that technique where it's all the way at the other end, and then you slowly start moving closer and closer and closer over time. And you can tell what the bird wants to do because the bird is coming towards you. By the way, look at her super cool pattern. Generally, you don't really see it because she just looks like she's all yellow, but she actually isn't. She has like this amazing, like, look at this. How cool is her pattern? Such a beautiful bird. So I'm going to set her up here again. Good bird! Alright, and now let's see if I can show you guys. Sorry for the boxes. Hi, Raichu. Now Raichu has actually started accepting treats. How awesome is that? It's okay. Look at that. Look at him. He's doing so good. Now this is a very big deal. And yes, Raichu's cage is due to be cleaned. I'm actually going to do that today. I apologize for the mess. Is that so good? You like that, Raichu? So you can see that. Now, Raichu's terrified of me. But fact is that my fingers are right here. And this is a really big deal because he hasn't been around that long. My fingers are right here and he can see them. He sees my fingers, he knows they're right there, and he's watching closely. But he wants to treat. What are you doing, baby? Hi, Raichu. There's his head flip thing that he does. He does that when he gets nervous. You probably don't like the light, do you, Bubbas? It's okay. Here, baby. You want a treat? Do you want a treat too, Winter? What are you doing? Well, don't step up on the treat. Just bite some. There you go. Here you go, Raichu. Raichu. Here you go. See, Raichu's starting to realize that it's not dangerous. Now this is still going to take a lot of time, a lot of working with him, a lot of patience. Raichu is a biter right now. He's still very scared. He hisses. He runs away. He's not, trusting us really at all right now. But he's starting to discover that we are the source of food and that I am a source for treats. And that's really important, that he starts to realize that, hey, nothing bad's happening. Like, look, the finger's right there. He's looking at my finger. And he's going to keep eating. And it helps him to know that I'm outside of the cage. It's a big help for him. And I'm even moving, and he's sticking around, which is really amazing, actually. Now, basically, and it's always important to end these interactions on a positive note. So with this millet, for an example, as I'm feeding Sunny, I don't want to wait for Sunny to freak out and have like a moment where she's scared, right? Where she runs away from me. I want her to eat. See, I want to put it just out of range. She wants it. Here you go, Sunny. There you go. Good girl. She wants it. Here, Pika. You want a treat? Yeah. Can you turn around? Turn around, Pika. Pikachu, can you turn around? He's like, no, I'm stretching. Are you getting ready for performing? Ooh, big bird. Fluffy, fluffy, fluffy. Fluffy, fluffy, fluffy. You want a treat? Nom noms. What are you doing, Pika? Where are you going? Can you turn around? Turn around. Nope. He's like, I don't feel like it. You're okay, Sunny. Like I said, you want to try and keep, you want to always end every moment of interaction with an animal that you're trying to tame on a positive note. Their memory needs to be positive of you. So don't have a negative thing happen and then just give up because they bit you or because they hissed at you or something. Don't stop in that moment. You don't want them to remember this as being this bad thing that happened, so therefore they'll associate you with a negative. But yeah, like I said, just patience, slowly working your way closer and closer and closer, but really in the crucial moments, letting the bird decide to come to you, and letting the bird decide that they want to give you a chance, and then making sure that you keep your promise of being gentle, of being kind, of not freaking out, you know, and not scaring them, and keeping it all positive and on a positive note and calm. And you can see that she's getting really comfortable now. She's even closing her eyes at times. She's enjoying the millet. And now the little guys have had plenty of treats. And I'm going to go ahead and end this treat session on a positive note. Good job, Sonny. You did so good, Sonny. All right, step up, babies. She's like, I don't want to. Come on, step up. Good bird. There you go, honey. You did so good. You did so good, Sonny. Pikachu's going after the kale. That's their kale right there. Anyways, so from the tip of this millet, I've worked my way all the way next to my fingers, and she's nipped at them in the past. But don't let that discourage you. Don't ever pull away when a bird bites you. It's gonna make it worse, and all you're gonna do is scare the bird, scare yourself, and injure yourself worse than it's gonna be. It's really not as bad as it, you know, sounds. Most of the time, most bites are warning bites. Most of them are not, you know, horrible bites. And at some point, realizing that you're this good person, realizing that they have nothing to be scared of, they're going to start coming to you even when you don't have a treat. Because they're realizing that they can trust you, that nothing bad is going to happen. Hi, Pika Pika. And that's absolutely what your end goal is. So I hope this is going to help some of you who are trying to tame a cockatiel. Now this is specifically towards cockatiels. You can try it with other birds if you feel so. I don't know if it would work with other birds, but slowly introducing them to your hand, starting with your voice, introducing them to your hand, using treats and lots of patience and consistency to slowly desensitize them and let them learn that you are a trustworthy being and that they can come to you, and that it is a rewarding experience to come to you, and they will in time learn to trust, and they will in time become more tame, and eventually you'll have that little birdie you can cuddle with, like this silly butt. Pika Pika. See that? Look, see how she comes just over right away. Look, and I'm gonna move my thumb. Now that her comfort level is higher, she's not sitting on my arm right now, so she's not as sensitive. So I do little things to desensitize her to movements. I don't want to, like, you know, suddenly open or close my hand, because that would be a large movement and would startle. But little movements to let her see that nothing bad happens if I move. Right, Sunny? Right, up. One last bite. All right, one more big bite. Come on. Here, let's get a good spot. Let me see. There you go. Look, there's a good one. Right there, love. Yeah, there's a good one. Nom, nom. Alrighty. Good job, Sonny. Here, Pika Pika. Pikachu, did you want a treat? You want some too? Oh, be nice, Sonny. Pika Pika, you want a treat? Oh, good bird. Alrighty, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys will find this helpful. If you've gotten a bird recently, or you have a problem bird, or a bird that doesn't quite trust you, as you can see, Sunny is literally running after the millet and my hand at this point. She would have never done this in the past. She would have been as far away from me as possible. And as you can see, we're also making great progress with Raichu over here. Come on, Raichu. Do you want some more treats? And with time, hopefully Raichu will be able to hang out with the flock every day outside of the cage, because I really don't like that he's in a cage this much. I hate it. I really, really hate it. He is a beautiful bird, and he should be able to spread his wings. But for his own safety, as of right now, he's still spending his time in there. Hi, baby. And now, guys, check out how big baby got. Come on, baby. Look at this. Look how much baby has changed. Baby's grown up so much. Look at that tail. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. By the way, it's not poop on their beaks. That is kale. Hi, baby. And baby's been starting to forage and explore. Yeah. Alrighty, on that note, if you enjoyed today's video, if you found it helpful, please hit that like button. Share it with your friends and family or anybody you think might need or could use some advice on how to handle their new birdies or their cockatiels. And leave us a comment with your thoughts. If you have any input or any suggestions, we always appreciate those. And subscribe to the channel for more content. You know, if y'all want to meet Pretty Bird, our pet goose, or continue following these cute little cockatiels, or maybe if you guys want to see some videos of the doves, you know, we've got all kinds of cute little birdies going on this channel. Alrighty, thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all have a wonderful Sunday. Love y'all. Bye. Say bye, everybody. Bye. Bye-bye.